Well, we are aware of the current market situation already for quite a while, and we are well prepared for it, honestly. Our ambition is still to grow as a company, even in this period that we have right now. We have always a very long-term perspective, especially on our developments. So we have developments running even for 10 or 15 years, such as, for example, the development of Frankfurt Westside that will take at least 10 or 15 years. In addition to this, we're in a good position because of our background as part of the Swiss Life Group. I mean, on the one hand, you have the interest rates that rise, which really is very challenging for the developers. But that, on the other hand, is very good for the insurance part of our company. So by this, I think that's really a solid and good background for us, even compared to some of our competitors. Westside is really an amazing project. I mean, we developed there about 730,000 square meters. It's been a former industrial area that we transform now into a modern, state-of-the-art, new commercial urban quarter. And it's amazing to see how things transform there and what will be created over the next 10 to 15 years. We will invest there about €1 billion at least. So that's really a huge and enormous ambition as well for Frankfurt. And it's going very well. We announced just recently a deal that we made with the data center operator, CyrusOne, which is one of the biggest in the US. And they will create there a data center on a plot of 63,000 square meters. And the good thing is that we can use the heat that the energy produces of the data center for the heating of the whole district. And this is, for me, a very good example for how to use structure in a modern environment for structural developments as well. In addition, we have the D.Strict, as you mentioned, where literally D.Strict is written D.Strict as a development in Dusseldorf, where we create on a plot of 73,000 square meters, a combination of living, working, of restaurants and retail. We will create there 1,500 apartments with a component of 25% of commercial area, really in one of the best locations in Dusseldorf, nearby the city in the eastern part. And this as well is a very amazing project. These projects are very complex and we really have to look how to handle these. And I think the answer to how to handle these is just the experience that we have with developments on the one hand, especially BIOS AG, which is handling and developing those areas already for over 20 years, light industrial and transformation of former industrial areas. And on the other hand, we have the financial strength of Swiss Life and the experience of Swiss Life. And I think the combination of both, together with a network, a European network of our partners and employees, this is really a strength that we have, which helps us to handle these complex projects over a long period for our investors and clients.
I think the market is in a challenging phase, that's correct, but it is the same for everybody, and it is a normal occurrence. It's a cycle, something that we have not been accustomed with, but factually it is just a normal occurrence. And in such an occurrence of a market cycle, of course, there will be some disruptions, and these are the opportunities that we will be looking for. What does that mean? In the short term, it's probably going to be more type of value-add investments that will be possible, new investors coming in which are very, very equity rich. But in the medium to long term, then the typical core plus markets will come back. And where do we see opportunities there? Well, very classical, obviously, in the whole residential area, this huge demand for residential propositions, be it normal flats, but to special living, healthcare, and so on and so forth. Then, of course, logistics. Everybody is talking about logistics, these mega trends that we are seeing on the logistics side, and the scarcity of really good, high-quality big box logistics solutions show us that kind of the whole rental level is still going up. Very attractive proposition. A light industrial, we are looking for ESG compliant buildings, which are again a scarce commodity, and we have opportunities there to offer. We can even develop them ourselves. And then looking really into the future when we talk about life science opportunities, like this combination of industrialization 4.0 with the modern technologies that we have. I think there will be a huge demand for really special purpose-built buildings, where I do think that there's going to be very, very good opportunities as we get out of the trough. I do think that Swiss Life Asset Managers as an organization is very well positioned to find answers to the challenges that we have. Why? First of all, we have to be aware of that we are only active in Europe. But in Europe, we have a very large footprint, especially in our big core markets that we have, but also in the peripheral markets. We do have the boots on the ground, so we know what is happening in the market. We have a very, very integrated line of services in our company. So we start with fund management, portfolio management, asset management, property management. We can develop ourselves, so our value chain is virtually complete. And then with the experts that we have on ground, we actually cover practically all the sectors that are relevant at the moment, but also kind of coming up in the future. We have invested a lot in technology, into IT systems to bundle all this know-how from local to pan-European, and hence I do think that we have a value proposition which kind of gives us the opportunity to kind of find the right answer for every situation that we will be facing. Hence, I'm very optimistic that we are a good provider of solutions for be it tenants, be it investors, or any other stakeholders that we are facing.